Now, it's the second day of rescue efforts for 8 boys and their football coach trapped in a cave network in Chiang Rai in Thailand for the last 2 weeks. Well, joining me from the UK is the former president of the British Caving Association, Andy Eavis. Andy, thank you very much for joining us here on Euronews. I want to start by asking the question. I mean, this is an incredibly complex operation. We know that because one man, one of the volunteer divers, died last week in those efforts. From a technical perspective, what are the biggest challenges facing these divers?
Well, it's a long way underwater and it's very specialist work. The cave diving is what it says. It's caving and it's diving, and it's people make the mistake that open water divers can simply go into a cave and operate safely. It's simply not true. And we have now got out there a number of the world's best cave divers, and they are what's needed to bring these guys out safely. I mean, coupled to that, the whole aspect of this operation depends on people being cool and calm and collected and not panicking, and that applies to people on the surface, people in control, obviously the rescue divers themselves, who are pretty well equipped not to panic in these situations. But clearly the main people who mustn't panic are the boys themselves who are being rescued. And the biggest problem that there is to try and get these young guys used to breathing underwater when they have never done it before. And they don't need to swim, they don't need to be able to see underwater, they just need to be comfortable and not panic when they are completely underwater and breathing underwater for the first time. That's the whole nitty-gritty of this operation.
And how do you think they might be doing that to try and calm these boys down? What might you be doing, for example, in that situation?
Well, ever since they first had the opportunity, they've been trying to get these young guys comfortable in the water with scuba gear on, and clearly 4 came out yesterday and it's worked with those 4, and there's every sign it's going to work with the other 9. These are pretty clued up, cool, young Thai men, and the fact that they sat there in the dark for 9 days and didn't panic is real testimony to the fact that they are pretty cool and calm and don't panic under pressure, and that bodes very well for them coming out successfully, all the remaining 9. And there are so many, that's why the operation is taking so long. There's a limited number of cave divers who can get in there safely, and we have to realize that, and the operation is limited by the number of cave divers who can actually perform this rescue at the sharp end safely, and that's really why it's taking this amount of time.